Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion, your host, the Hunt, and welcome back to the Baseball Head 2. And of course, hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. So we're going to talk about the designated for assignment. A bunch of players have been designated for assignment today, and somebody was released. We got a lot of stuff to get through. But here we go with the Red Sox. One of our favorite players, Dominic Smith, former Met, former National, was designated for assignment by the Boston Red Sox today. The Red Sox will designate first baseman Dominic Smith for assignment today, reports Robert Murray of Fansided. Smith's DFA will presumably clear the way for Tristan Casas to be reinstated from the 60-day injury list, as has been previously reported. Smith opted out of a minor league deal with the Rays back on May 1st when a big league spot with the Red Sox became available in the wake of Casas' injury. He's hardly replaced the offensive contribution that Casas can offer, but Smith hasn't been too far off of league average bat in Boston. Slashing .237 with 317 on base, it's pathetic. .390 slugging percentage with 6 homers and 20 doubles. Wow, he got some doubles. He's got a home run. Still, for an offensively inclined position like first base, that's not much production. No, it is not. Particularly since Smith also grades out as an average defender at best. Defensive runs saved had him as a positive last year, but pegs him at -20 in 2024. Well, no surprise there. He's not the hardest working individual in baseball, that's for sure. We know all about his laziness here with the Mets. Came into camp always out of shape. Smith hasn't lived up to his former top prospect billing, but he did have an impressive 2019-2020 run. I would mention 2020, who took a knee. There was no one in the ballpark. He never would have done that. And in 21, fans back in the ballpark. 2022, nothing. That's got rid of non-tendered him a contract. He was not one of my favorites, I can tell you that. That's for sure. And now the Angels did something interesting. They also designated for assignment an ex-Met. And that's Luis Guillorme, another one that was not in favor of your host. We reach it again from MLB trade rumors. As for the 29-year-old Guillorme, he split the season between the Braves and Angels, batting a combined .218, .285, .290, and 138 appearances. He's never been a big threat at the plate, but the versatile Guillorme offers strong infield defense across second, short, and third. He's a career .254 hitter in 961 plate appearances, the vast majority of which came with the Mets from 2018 to 2023. Another guy that was a complete total disaster as a player with the Mets. Another guy that was completely out of shape with the Mets, by the way. A guy that I think Tommy Pham was one of the guys that he probably zeroed in on, that he looked like he was lazy. That's not my words. This is Tommy Pham's words. But seeing as how he was always getting hurt, and I would mention his defense was not very good last year with the Mets. And I'm glad that, I'm sure he'll get somewhere else. It's funny, the first appearance that he made for the Atlanta Braves this year was in relief. The Mets beat the hell out of the Braves in a game early on in the season, and he had to come in and pitch. That was his very first appearance with the Braves. And finally in this video, the Rockies. They're doing such a wonderful job there in Colorado. They actually released catcher Elias Diaz. Actually released him, didn't just designate him for assignment. They released him. The Rockies announced that Diaz has been given his unconditional release. He's a free agent who can sign with any club at any point. Romo's, this is Drew Romo. Drew Romo's contract has indeed been selected from AAA's Albuquerque in his place. In place of Diaz, Rockies expected and they did that. What's interesting about him is that he is hit well at times. Okay, this continues. Once he's cleared release waivers, Diaz will be free to sign with any club. The new club would only owe Diaz the prorated league minimum for any time spent on the big league roster or injured list. The Rockies will be on the book for the remainder of this season's $6 million contract. That Diaz is slated to be released is indicated that no other club was willing to take on his remaining $1.54 million. Colorado could have simply kept him on the roster and attempted to waive him again later this month when he was owed less money, but it seems they'll instead part ways with a veteran backstop entirely. granted him extra time to settle in with a contending club down the stretch. And then that's not a guarantee he's going to go to a contender. He just go to a team that needs a catcher. Diaz had been in the final season of a 3-year deal with the Rockies and is a free agent at season's end anyhow. So the move to release him appears to primarily be about affording him with the ability to latch on with a contending club, also clearing time for a look at Romo. Releasing Diaz now will naturally raise questions as to why the Rockies didn't move him for even a modest return at last month's trade deadline. Well, you don't want to why. You want to why. So the Rockies are a disaster. You know what the hell they're doing. And they're probably looking for a lot of players in return for him. It's a fair gripe on the surface, although it stands to reason that if he did want unclaimed, then he'd cost other teams around $1.5 million in total. There probably wasn't a robust trade market for him anyway when he was owed more money than the Rockies were seeking prospect value in return. So you got a bunch of guys that are basically jobless right now. Don Smith, I would expect, will be released. I'd be very surprised he'll go to the minor leagues. He'll probably get released and try to look on to catch on with some other team. Also would expect that I can see Luis Guillorme going down to the minors at some point, but they're not major league players. You know. Thank you for watching this video. Of course, please subscribe to Baseball Head 2, and I'll see you later.